My name's Lee Gray. I'm the Wild Gourmet. In 1980, I left Beverly Hills, California, and came to the Northwest Oregon in search of the wild foods of the Northwest. Here in this cave, I spent the winter of 1982. 3.5 months, I foraged, I crabbed, I fished, I walked the forest, and I ate my breakfast, lunch, and dinner right here in this cave. I brought you here to share with you some of the bounties of what I've discovered in Oregon. In the following shows that come up for the next few weeks, you'll go out in the woods with me. We're going to go mushroom picking. We're going to be picking edible greens. We're going to be going to the beach and picking up crabs and clams and mussels and all kinds of wonderful edible things. I think you'll have a good time. So put on your rubber boots, grab a bucket and a knife, and let's go have some fun. Hi, I'm Lee Gray, the Wild Gourmet. Welcome to this week's edition of the Wild Gourmet Show. Today we're out picking fiddleheads. You'll find them alongside the roads and in streams and in wet, damp, marshy areas. It's kind of a fun thing to do and a good family outing. Besides that, you get to taste some wonderful fresh greens that you can't buy in the store. Up the creek here and I'll show you how to pick some more of these. As it gets older and more mature, when they open up their fronds, so right now we're picking them like before they open. This one's almost open and these are totally opened here. And here's some more. These are the ones we want. You want to pick them before they open up. See, these are almost, those are too far gone for a fiddlehead, so we don't pick them. As I said, there's a lot of green things out here, so it's really hard to differentiate the new growth from the other ones and the old stuff. But the best way to find fiddleheads, the edible ones, is look for the old chaff. You can see this old chaff here, and it has the dried up ferns, like I just showed you the fresh ones back there, but they're all dried up. They get kind of a reddish tone to them, brownish red tone to them, with a white stem. And you can see that they're coming in from an area back behind this plant, which is a sword fern, which we just talked about we don't want. You can see the sword ferns here. But here's the fiddleheads hiding back in here. So if you clear the ferns out, and you find where that chaff is at, all the old chaff looks like a star, and it goes right into the center of the ferns. So once you find those, then you just go in the center, and there's your fiddleheads growing there. You can use them in salads. I use them in pizzas for a vegetarian pizza. Instead of putting pepperonis, I take the little round ones and arrange them like pepperonis on it, so it makes a green, round pepperoni-looking thing for vegetarians. They look nice on a pizza. They're great in pastas. They're wonderful pickled. Make a very nice pickle. They're really delicious. They have a good flavor. The biggest thing is you have to do is remove all the chaff. The chaff has a real bitter flavor, and besides it's kind of rough. It is roughage. I guess it wouldn't be bad for you, but it's not very palatable at all. So once you get them totally clean like that, is when they're really edible and delicious. And besides, it's fun to jump in the water. This brings out the little kid in everybody. Well, thanks for joining us for the outdoor portion of this week's edition of the Wild Gourmet. We've got some nice fresh mussels here that we picked 2 days ago. And as you see, I've iced them down. You should always try to protect your mussels or any shellfish that you may pick by icing them down. As you notice, I don't have them just sitting in the bottom container, but in a strainer, so that the water will go off the mussels, keep them nice and cold, because the cold always goes down. So the cold from the ice will go down, keep all the mussels at the bottom nice and cool, but they don't sit in the water in the bottom. And the idea for that is because if the mussels are sitting in the water, they will use up all the oxygen and expire too soon. So you don't want that to happen. All you want to do is take your red pepper, just flop it right on the fire like that. It's like putting this thing in purgatory. The red pepper now, but it's going to be a black pepper when we're done. If you don't have gas at home, you can use a propane tank. A little hand torch like this, and we'll kind of help this along, make it cook faster. As you can see, it just starts burning it pretty good. You want to take some paper. You can use a towel or anything, even a paper bag works well. You're just going to transfer that right to the paper. Now that it's all good and blackened, turn off the heat. You don't want to waste gas. And we're going to just take and just rub that. There. You want the flavor, not so much the charcoal. That many Carsons in your diet is probably not a good thing, but a little bit adds flavor. Got our pepper all cleaned up from all the charcoal that we burned off of it, and
We went ahead and rinsed it a little bit. You can do that at home if you want. It's not really necessary, but I just wanted to get the rest of the black off of there. You want the flavor, not so much the charcoal. That many carcinogens in your diet is probably not a good thing, but you know, a little bit adds flavor.
Cut it in half. Remove your seed pods. Finish cleaning it out. Ooh, those little parts, I like those. Those little seeds inside are nice.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and just put our pepper away for a minute and get started on these mussels. For this dish, we're only going to do about 12. We're not going to boil those. A lot of people make the mistake of boiling their mussels. What you do when you boil something, you cook all the flavor out. So we want to steam them, and we'll steam the flavor in. What we're going to do this in, we're not even going to add any water. The mussels have a lot of water. We're going to add 1 cup of white wine, or thereabouts. We got the mussels on. We're going to go ahead and cover those and steam those for about 8 to 10 minutes. Okay, I baked these nice little cannonballs last night, and what we're going to do is we're going to cut the tops off of those. This is going to be our bowl to place those mussels in when we get them done. Might as well just keep that. And this, we're going to take another knife. We're going to cut a little pocket into the bread here like this. Try not to cut all the way through like I did just there, so otherwise you'll have sauce going all over your plate. I want to kind of make a bowl out of this. Just reach in there with your fingers and dig that out. Now you got a nice little bowl in there to place your mussels and your sauce. If you don't make your own bread, you can always just buy a couple of cannonballs. There's quite a few that's available that you can go buy at the store. Franz makes them. A couple of different the bread companies actually make them. And they'll work just as well. But I like my own bread. Next time I'll show you how to make this. It's my 4-3-2-1 recipe. It's 4 pounds of flour, 3 cups of liquid, 2 tablespoons of yeast, and 1 tablespoon of salt. And I use Montana flour. That's the difference.